Since we started these Talkingbowls Radio shows, we've interviewed several of the sport's all-time greats, such as Brian Duncan and Noel Burrows and Stan Frith. And tonight we've got another gentleman who certainly fits into that category, a true legend of the sport. I'm delighted to welcome to the programme Arthur Murray. Good evening, Arthur.
Good evening, Mel.
How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for that wonderful complimentary things you're just saying about me.
That's all right, yeah.
I didn't realise I was so good.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you can buy me a drink next time you see me.
Do that willingly.
I must say, I saw you at Earlham. You looked very fit. You looked like you could still manage a couple of 31 ups.
Oh, I don't think so. Maybe I can, but the back couldn't. I'm still, struggling with the back problem a little bit.
Arthur, I have to say, the years I've known you, you've never looked any different. What's your secret?
You wouldn't say that if you saw me getting out of bed about 8 o'clock in the morning.
All right then.
I'm sorry to hear about your dad, Lynn.
Thank you, Arthur. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, of course you knew Dad as well, didn't you? And was a keen follower, particularly obviously of myself. He was, but.
It just amused me a little bit. I had to smile to myself when you said if you was playing, you could always hear your dad's voice or pick it out.
Yeah.
And I was the same, of course, with Ruth.
That's right, yes.
Playing at Blackpool in the Waterloo, 2,000 or 3,000 people.
Yeah.
And it never used to bother me. I could never hear a thing.
Yeah.
Just one little voice I could hear. Your show.
That's right. Yes.
Unbelievable when I think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they never go away completely, do they, Arthur?
Oh
No.
She used to send every bowl for you, hadn't she, Arthur?
Pardon?
She used to send every bowl for you.
Oh, she did for sure. Yeah. She let me know too at times, I can assure you.
Oh yeah. I bet she chucked you in the spare room a few times.
No, we'd a great life with the bowling life. Couldn't wish for anything better.
No.
I mean, you still get out watching a lot of games in the Manchester Premier League, don't you, Arthur?
Well, the lad Alan, he's not playing this year. He's still on shifts. He works 12 hours. So this year he's decided, it's his last year at work, he's not playing this year. So I've not been out quite as much to the away ones. Get to Excel every week, watch the home matches.
The Manchester League, the Goodies League, it's been a great thing for your area, hasn't it?
Well, it kicked off that way, but it seems to be, mind you, what can you expect the kind of nights? We've not had a decent one this year yet, have we?
No.
We've had some shocking Wednesday nights. So, it seems to be dying a little bit, I don't know, but it's bowling in general, isn't it?
That's right, Arthur, yeah. I mean, it certainly improves the standard of bowls in the Manchester area, isn't it?
Oh, well, when you think back, good God, standard of bowling round Manchester used to be, well, it was just a full-time, 365 days a year practically. You used to play all winter, and it was unbelievable when you think about it.
Did you play in the Manchester League or the Premier League on Wednesdays yourself, Arthur?
Oh, when it first started, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for the first couple of years, first 2 or 3 years.
And of course now it's got much bigger, isn't it? I mean, there's teams from Yorkshire and Congleton. It's a lot more travelling involved, isn't it?
Oh, horrific, really. We have a couple of lads that play at Excelsior from Wrexham, the Welsh lads. And when you think they're travelling from Wrexham to Yorkshire, just shows, what people will go through and how keen they are to play bowls, doesn't it?
Yeah, and to play a good standard as well.
Oh, exactly.
That's right. So, anyway, how good's your memory?
Oh, not that good.
Okay, just looking back, how did you become involved in the game yourself, Arthur?
Well, I was quite a young lad, really. I was brought up in Partington, only a small village with 2 small bowling greens, and as youngsters we just used to have a bit of a run on these greens, like about. And I showed a little bit of potential, so they tell me, and so they signed me on at the Green Dragon at Heatley. That's the next village to Partington, on their way to Warrington. And they had quite a good, reasonable team there. I played there for a year or 2 and got very interested. And every August Monday they used to have a marvellous open suite. Well, it wasn't actually open suite, but limited to 64 players. So it was, 10 o'clock in the morning till 10 at night. And that really got me interested. It was so competitive. You used to get all the good bowlers from round them, well, everywhere really. And that really got me interested. I thought, oh my God, I'd love to win this, and which I managed to do.
I mean, you say you started playing with, a few of your mates. I mean, was there any sort of individual person who actually sort of took you under the wing and taught you good from bad?
Yeah, well, as I say, Partington there was only 300 or 400 people in Partington at that time, and I can recollect his Bill Hampson and Bob Hazel was names. They was quite good, and they kind of took me. They said, "Oh, come on, Arthur, you play for us. You'll be quite an asset to us." And they was the really two people that set me off on the trail.
What was the first, if you remember, the first sort of main tournament you won, Arthur?
Oh my God, that's it all depends what we call main one.
What do you
think? The one that gave me the most pleasure at the time, of course, was this August Monday at the Green Dragon.
Yeah.
I entered that, and after a couple of years I managed to win it, and that gave me a great deal of satisfaction.
Yeah. How old would you be then, Arthur?
Oh, probably about 19.
Yeah. Well, that's a way to start, isn't it?
And well, that's right. That really got the bug. And
I mean, I'm sure that obviously the highlight of your career was your successes on the Waterloo, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, Ruth, she was very interested, and at the time we had a chap by the name of Brian Brett. I don't know whether you can remember.
Yes, remember him. Yeah.
He was correspondent. He was a reporter for the Evening News.
Yeah.
And he used to give us great coverage. The Manchester Evening News, at least 3 times nights a week, there was a full page on bowling. And of course, out come the scissors. These was always cut out and kept by Ruth. So every bowling handicap we went to, every sweep I played in, it was all kept in this. I've been digging them out. It had taken me about 3 weeks to go through them and read them all. And that was really, Manchester area was absolutely heaving with bowling. You can't, Mel, you cannot believe the handicaps that there was around this area. Within a 15-mile radius of Manchester, Vernon Lee used to always tell me, you remember Vernon from Blackpool?
Yes.
He used to enter about 84 sweeps a year. 84, now just think of that.
It's
84,
amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
That was in a space of what, 6 months?
6 months of the year, yeah.
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 I mean, I used to probably enter about 60, I think it was.
Yeah.
And that was more or less a full-time job.
It is, and it's a full-time job organising the diary as well, isn't it?
Oh, God, it was horrific. When I look back at all these cuttings, I think, how the hell did I manage to work and enter all these sweeps?
Yeah.
But I used to travel to Yorkshire and all over Lancashire, and unbelievable.